Hi, this is Larry with ManCave Mayhem. Today I wanted to do a quick review, not an in-depth review, but I've been considering a tail bag of sorts for camping, and I've run across a couple options here, and I didn't really see a comparison of the two, and I thought I might do a quick comparison on these. I don't want to go in too much detail, but I did want to give you guys an idea what I'm looking at and some of the options that are out there. So we all know Mosko Moto is a really name brand company, and they make good quality products. And so I have here sitting in front of me is the Backcountry 30 Mosko Moto tail bag slash backpack, and I have it opened up right here now. Also have the Rigg Gear Adventure, and this is a 30 liter backpack. Two highly different price points, I would say. So this backpack was about $128 on Amazon. It comes with all the straps already. They have their Rigg straps, which allow you to secure this to the bike. A lot lighter weight than the Backcountry 30. You can definitely tell a weight difference. But durability wise, I would say the Backcountry is going to be a lot more durable and crash resistant. So that's something that you might want to consider. They both have beaver tails on them, and this one has a small map pocket, but the Backcountry 30, this has the optional 4 liter MOLLE pouch on here, but this is a MOLLE panel. So this MOLLE panel, you open that up, and they actually provide a tent stake bag or whatever you would want to use it for. This pocket you can use for a lot of different things. Put a hammer in it, whatever you need for camping, but this is kind of what I want to use it for, is camping. But you have these pass-through loops right here on the beaver tail, which allows you to open this while it's on the bike, and you don't have to disconnect the straps. And also there's pass-throughs for the straps to go actually under this pouch, so you can access this pouch. Another neat thing about the Backcountry 30 is you have 2 access points. You have it on both sides of the bag. You have an access point here, you have an access point on this side. Now the price point on this is a little steeper. It's up in the $300 range, and also their straps are optional, so I think you're going to spend another extra $100 on straps. So you're into a bag like this probably close to $400. But these roll closed on this end. You got a lot of tie down points for carabiners or whatever you need. There's a carabiner built onto it to maybe put different things. I don't know if you want to put a spare key or whatever on that. But also in this there is a Hypalon type dry bag. I guess that's the material they call it, but it's got actually a pull-out dry bag. So I mean, if you know you're not going to be riding in wet weather, you can actually remove this and take the dry bag out and eliminate some of that weight. But just to give you an idea what this beaver tail looks like, I have the Backcountry 40, which is the exact same bag, just larger. But so that's kind of what the beaver tail looks like without any options on it. And this map pocket is also available on the 30. So they have a larger map pocket than the Rigg Gear. Now let me go through this Rigg Gear again. So like I said, this has the beaver tail. It has a little exterior pouch here. This also makes into a backpack, which you can see right here. But these straps will hide the Velcro cover, so they'll actually go under this back pad here, or the tail bag pad, whatever you want to call it, and the straps actually fold into this. So makes it nice for when you convert it back into a backpack. You just pull these straps out and you got yourself a fairly lightweight backpack. So, and this also has a water bottle slash fuel bottle holder that comes with it, which is kind of nice. So this is absolutely, for the price, is actually a really nice setup. Now I've heard complaints about maybe these being a little more difficult to secure down. The other nice option, or the nice feature that the Rigg Gear has, is this valve here that you open up to let all the excess air out as you're compressing it down, and you can close that up and it makes the bag nice and compressed. The only negative I would say with this is the fact that when you are trying to access things, you only have one access point right here. The Rigg gear bag also comes with this laptop sleeve that goes inside the bag, and they've provided Velcro attachments here that attach inside the bag. I guess they allow you to do that on your own in case you want to move it around and not put it in at all. Also inside the Rigg gear bag, there's some more molly loops that are kind of back on each side of the bag here, and so those are, you can attach D-rings to those or whatever, a carabiner to hold maybe keys or something in that. So that's basically it. I'm not really sure what I want to go with. I really do like the Backcountry 30, but maybe leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I will take these out and we'll throw them on the bike with gear in them, and I can show you guys what they look like on the back of the Tiger 900 and give you an idea the size, on how they mount and everything. So we're gonna go out to the bike itself and mount these up on the bike and kind of go through it. Rigg gear's got plenty of good features for the price point. I don't think it's a bad bag at all. I think it's a really good bag, as a matter of fact. It's just this one, the Mosko Moto, you know, and the quality of the Mosko Motos, I would say, you know, as far as durability, the Mosko Moto, for long term, this is going to last, you know, I think 10 times longer. But how can you go wrong? Because you have a lifetime warranty on this Rigg gear bag too. So really, you can't go wrong. It really boils down to preference and price point. Also on the Backcountry 30, it also has backpack straps too, and it's a little different how you access them. You access them through a zipper right here, and then they just simply pull out, and then you attach them down below, and I'll show you how that works. These come out like this, and then they attach down below. They just clip in right here, and then you have yourself a backpack, which is really neat. These stow, so they're not exposed, so those will clip right there, and you have a backpack. So both of these are backpack capable, and so either way you go, you kind of got the same setup. This obviously looks larger, and I would think that you could probably get a little bit more in it just because of these double roll tops. But again, like I said, the nice feature on this is that you can access both sides of this. So just to give you an idea what I've used in the past for my tail bag, this is a GV waterproof bag, and this is a 40 liter, and it hasn't been a bad bag. I think I paid $70 for it probably 5 or 6 years ago, and it's been a good bag. It's starting to show some signs of wear, so I figured it'd be time to kind of update my bag and go with something a little more durable for my adventure riding. And I really have no complaints with this bag. This is a 40 liter, and basically I carry all my camping gear in this. All my camping essentials basically go in this: food, stove, tent, chair, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, everything, and it works. It fits in here. So I need to find something else that will work similar or better, and I'm hoping that one of these two will function in the 30 liter capacity. I could also go to a 40 liter in this if I want to, so that's an option that I might think about. So as I said, I'm going to pack these bags up and see how it works for my gear, and I'll show you the gear that I'm going to put in it. Okay, so this is the basic stuff that I usually pack in my tail bag. I've got my utensils here, along with my pocket rocket stove. Inside this is my fuel canister and things I use to light it, lighter and stuff. So that's going to go in there. I usually use, I take a knife with me, split firewood and stuff, my camp towel, microfiber towel, a lantern of some sort, my sleeping pad, my sleeping bag, and this huge tent, an inflatable pillow. But this tent is really kind of big. We've been using this tent. Nancy and I have used this tent for a lot of long trips, and it works great. It's not a real packable tent for motorcycles. So this is probably going to get upgraded eventually. But right now, this has to go with me. So I'll have to figure out a way to do it. And then, you know, my Big Agnes sleeping bag. So these are the main things. Then obviously I'll be packing some dry food along with other little necessities like toothbrushes and stuff. But we're gonna go with this basic stuff right now just to pack these bags and see how they work. So we'll start off with the Rigg gear bag. The tent is out of the question. There's no way. So that's gonna have to go on top or in a trash bag or something in order to use this bag. Unless I get a smaller tent, and I'm still pushing my luck. So let's take this bag out to the bike and see how she packs. All right, first up is the Rigg gear bag. I've got it set right here on my alt-rider rack. This is the way it's really most likely has to go on unless you're strapping it a different way. I guess you could strap it that way, which makes more sense to me. But the way these Rigg straps are set up, they're not really made to go through the molly that way. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it this way. And feel free to leave some comments below. Maybe some of you guys have these, but these come with a loop in them, just like a standard loop that you can just run through your rack. So if you have your rack here, you're just gonna loop that up through here. You got that loop on it, and you just run this through the loop, and then that secures it to the rack. And then this strap goes over, and you can attach it to whatever molly loop you want to, depending on how you want that thing secured. I'm gonna go to the outside just to see how that works. Do that loop right there, then we're gonna slide that in here. And it's kind of a snug fit actually, which is good, you know? It's a good thing because you wanna be able to get that thing on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach all the rest of these and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so now that these are all on here, I'm just going to center the bag up on my rack and start snugging these down. And these straps are really well made. And like I said, the quality of this stuff it's really well made stuff. For the price point, I don't know how you could do any better, really. The bag seems to be very durable. So my only beef would be the size for me, simply because I got that big ugly tent. But like I said, it might be time for a new tent. So this is kind of what we're looking at with these. And they are definitely heavy duty straps. The only other drawback I would see with this bag is that you would have to get into the bag, this attaches to that beaver tail, so you can't really access anything under the beaver tail. Not that you'd have that much, but you really can't access anything under that beaver tail with these straps attached. Whereas on the Mosko Moto, you could. Now, Mosko Moto has their own type of strapping system similar to this. I would say probably a little more heavy duty, but very similar. And see, that snugs down pretty well. But the reality of it is the Mosko Moto, I think the straps, for 2 straps, it's like 50 bucks. So they're not cheap by any means. Are they quality? Absolutely, they're good quality. But this is what it looks like on my Tiger 900. It's not really a tail bag, but it doubles as a tail bag, backpack, whatever. You can mount it here, you can mount it. You can pretty much mount it anywhere behind you. If you don't have a pillion, you can move it forward and leave it off the rack even. But it's great, it's lightweight, and that's definitely a positive. So I think I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, definitely for build quality, affordability, and this valve is way cool, I think. And just, you know, these straps seem to be really well made. So overall, it's a dang good bag. Is it gonna be the bag that I purchase? I don't know. So next up is gonna be the Mosko Moto 30. Let's see if we can get that tent in that thing. Maybe not, may need to go to a 40. But the reality of it is I'd like to keep a 30-liter bag, so I may size the tent down, but I don't see myself ever being able to get a tent inside this bag, unless I just have a tiny tent, and I'd be pushing my luck. There's still room in this bag for like food and stuff, but by that time I'm out of space, so the tent would probably have to go outside of the bag, which is not something that is an absolute necessity. I can always mount my tent. I think on the Alaska trip I had my tent mounted on top of my panniers, so that's a doable thing. It's not a big deal. So anyhow, let's get to the Mosko Moto 30-liter bag. All right, next up is the Mosko Moto Backcountry 30. And the nice thing about this is we've got that tent pole pouch right here, which is gonna hold these tent poles, which may allow me to compress this tent down enough to get it inside the bag with everything else. Let's see. All right, with quite a bit of effort, I managed to get everything in this bag, including the tent, which is ridiculously huge for motorcycle adventures. So, but as you can see, these tent poles are just a little too long for this, which leads me to the notion that I do need to buy another tent eventually. Put my knife in here, this nice little zipper pouch. And now we're gonna take this out to the bike and see how this looks on the bike. This is the 30-liter. I may end up even going with the 40-liter just because of the size ratio and the extent of effort that it took for me to get everything in this bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and latch this bag up. We'll go out to the bike and see how it looks. I got the Backcountry 30 sitting on here, and I can tell already it's a lot more bulky. It's heavier, and there's, you know, durability wise, everything. I'm not knocking Mosko Moto, but this is a heavier bag. I am using rock straps to secure this just as a demonstration, but I would recommend using their straps. They're a little bit more heavy duty. They don't have plastic ends on them and stuff. Not that rock straps aren't good for their application, but as you can see, this slides right under here. You're able to access your beaver tail, which is kind of nice. Size wise, it's pretty decent sized, and it's a big footprint on the bike. But as far as storage space, I think I was able to get more in my GB. But again, this bag is definitely durable, and it will last you a long time. Good quality bag. But anyhow, I just wanted to show that to you guys, show you guys how these work and how they attach to the bike. I really do like that Rigg gear bag and the affordability of it. It's just a little too small. And maybe I can manage to work around that. We'll see. I want to put out a special thanks to Torino, the doctor of the dirt, the gear specialist, the one I refer to all the time when I need some advice on super cool gear for my adventure bike, or super cool camera gear for that matter. He's really good at researching stuff, and he helps me out a lot. I want to put a special thanks out to him. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Check us out at Instagram at ManCave_mayhem. And just remember, folks, I'm just a man in a cave causing mayhem. Thanks again for watching.